Hello and welcome to the third episode of TR Talks. We have Rain back. Welcome back, Rain. How are you doing?
Back, man. I'm good. I'm excited for this. I'm hyped for it.
Big topic today, man. We're getting into conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to jump into JFK. We have 9/11, which I don't know much about. Rain's got that covered. And we're going to jump into a few other ones. But let's go into JFK. This one, I've loved looking into this one. I've done multiple school things about it. I have lots of books. Actually, not lots. I have like 2 books about it. It's one that I'm most convinced that the true narrative is wrong. I don't have like a official counter narrative story,
Yeah.
which like some people like to throw counter narratives a lot. I like to question stories, but I don't like to come up with answers for them. That's kind of how I do conspiracy theories. And yeah, just a preface, I guess. Don't think we're crazy, and we're not going to give you solid answers on everything. And also, a lot of the research, like we don't have firsthand evidence to research, so we research the people that researched it. So yeah, there's always that. But yeah, JFK, 1963, November 22nd. JFK is in a presidential limo driving in Dallas, Texas, and as he's going along, 3 shots ring out. He's hit twice, once in the neck and back, and once in the head. And he dies at a hospital later. They said there was really nothing they could do. I mean, he was basically, they think he never felt anything with the headshot. Yeah, that just ended it for him. And LBJ gets sworn in as president. Yeah, terrible tragedy. I think there's a famous radio call of someone saying the president has been shot and whatever. But yeah, official story goes, Lee Harvey Oswald is in the Texas School Book Depository building, and he shoots from a window, fires 3 shots. The first shot missed. The second was the one that went through his back and neck, and actually hit the governor of Texas was riding with JFK.
Did it actually hit him?
Yes.
As well?
So he was injured badly. He survived, but yeah. So that one hit both of them, and the third shot hit him in the head. And so yeah, the FBI or police arrest Lee Harvey Oswald initially for killing a police officer. So
Really?
the official narrative is that he fled the scene, and some police officer stopped him at some point, shoots that guy, and then fled into the theater and was arrested for that. And then he was charged with killing JFK. And his famous words were, "I'm just a patsy." Like he was saying, "I didn't do it. I'm just a patsy. They set me up," kind of deal. And unfortunately for him, and for all of us, sort of, he's killed by Jack Ruby a few days later. And yeah, that's kind of where it ends. People are like, yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald, he was just a crazy guy. He was a Marxist, and he just hated the U.S. or something. He was an ex-Marine.
Oh, was he actually?
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
So that was kind of different. But yeah, so a little bit about Lee Harvey Oswald, right? He was under FBI surveillance at the time.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Yeah, very, very interesting, you know. He was he was employed at the building along this presidential route that they were taking.
Was he? No.
He was employed in this building, and he's under FBI surveillance because he had shot at some other guy.
Bro.
So that's the whole story, is that FBI knows of him, and they're watching him, but he's still able to be employed at a building, and they're like, no one talks. Well, the Secret Service never tells the FBI what the route's going to be for some reason. They didn't tell him for this situation. I don't know if they normally do.
That's what I was gonna ask. Do they know? Like, I feel like they normally.
They
would,
probably
right?
have to coordinate.
Yeah.
So it was a little weird why they didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't inform him of what was going to happen. And so yeah, then you could maybe say the FBI didn't know, so how did they couldn't do anything.
That's true, yeah.
So there's that. But yeah, he's employed in that building and shoots from that building. Another thing about the route, 20,000 windows because it's going through Dallas. Total.
Yeah, I guess it was through the middle, kind of the middle of the city,
Yeah.
right?
So it's the middle of the city, and the FBI was like, "Wow, that's a lot of windows. Let's not check any of them. Let's not go through any. Let's not like just see. Okay, who lives at this building? Oh, yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
No,
Why would they even go that route in the first place then? Like, do you know?
I don't know. And it had a lot of turns, so
Yeah.
you're slowing down for lots of turns. You're going slow. You're waving. It's an open motorcade. They don't do that anymore. Tell you what.
Oh yeah, I bet.
But yeah, that was the weird thing too. Like, just a terrible route to take through the city.
The world.
Yeah, so that's a big deal. Is failures at least of FBI and Secret Service and whoever planned the route. Second thing, you know the bullet that hit the governor as well as hit JFK. Well, that bullet, you have to go home and look it up. The magic bullet theory.
Bullet. Yeah, I heard about that.
That is some crazy stuff. So they're saying that it ricocheted. So it went through JFK's back, out through his neck, and front into the governor, and like hit his broke his ribs, and then broke his wrist.
What?
And then landed somewhere.
Well,
They found the bullet later, and it was completely intact too. So it crushed multiple bones, Ray. This bullet apparently crushed multiple bones and was pristine. It was fine.
it was perfect, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know that it like will bounce around in the body sometimes. Like there are reports.
Yeah,
of
they
that
can
happening,
ricochet a little
right?
bit, but this went through like, I forget what they were saying. It's like multiple layers of clothing, seats, bones, skin, everything. And it's just fine. Beautiful bullet. And yeah, people were like, that is crazy. The Warren Commission, another big thing with the JFK assassination, they were put together by Lyndon B. Johnson. And he's like, hey, investigate this. Make sure it's like, yeah, it wasn't a conspiracy. And they did not use the magic bullet theory as their as evidence. They didn't feel confident enough in it to like be like, yeah, that actually happened.
Which, so they didn't even use their own narrative.
Pretty much, yeah.
Support.
Yeah. The guys that were weaving the narrative didn't even use the part of the narrative.
Nah, oh my goodness.
Because they were like, that's a little too crazy, and it probably wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And
Wow,
that's just,
world,
yeah,
bro.
that's one of the big things. Yeah, and Governor Connolly, he's like, he doesn't think it was that way either.
Really?
The governor was like, yeah, there was probably two different bullets that did that. Like, it wasn't the same one doing that.
Did the governor die? I forget.
No, he survived.
He survived.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He
that's
went through 2 surgeries or something and was able to pull through.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay. Well,
yeah, that was nuts. And then the House Select Committee, that was a different committee. Later on, they were the House Select Committee on Assassinations. And they reviewed it, and they concluded that it was probably a conspiracy, but did not accuse anybody. They're like, we don't know who did it, but someone probably was behind it.
oh my goodness. So they think it was a conspiracy. But
Yes.
They don't even like investigate it. Like, don't they investigate it a little?
They didn't have evidence pointing to certain people, but the evidence that is there doesn't add up.
What the world?
Like see, most eyewitnesses do say that they heard 3 shots, and they found 3 shell casings in the room or whatever, and so that was the main thing. Most people thought they heard 3, but there is audio tapes of the shooting of that whole thing that was going on because it was live streamed and whatever.
Yeah.
And the House Select Committee said acoustical evidence shows high probability of 2 shooters.
Of 2 shooters.
2 shooters. Just how the sound is, whatever, moving or yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask. How do they determine that? Like, is it overlapping sound? Or?
I guess I'm not sure. I didn't look into it too much, but yeah, they were like, yeah, there might have been 2 shooters just by the way it sounds.
Yeah. That's a little weird too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then, of course, we get to strange deaths, which with most conspiracies, there is these strange deaths. People that talk disappear or jump out of windows or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this happens over and over and over again. But, I mean, it starts by Oswald getting killed by Jack Ruby. And Jack Ruby knew Oswald, apparently, from, like, nightclub life or whatever. But yeah, Jack Ruby walks in. The police are taking Oswald through this whole like crowd of people and doing a perp walk basically. And Jack Ruby just walks up. No one stops him, and he just shoots
What?
him. Yeah,
Is he like holding a
he's
firearm
holding a revolver.
out in the basically out in the open?
I mean there's a picture, a famous picture of him pulling it, and yeah, so they didn't really protect Oswald very well for a person of high interest or whatever. And Jack Ruby shot him, and he died. And then Jack Ruby goes to prison. But the interesting thing is, Jack Ruby in prison all of a sudden says, "Hey, I want to talk.
Okay.
Someone come to me and we'll talk. Like, I have stuff to say."
But
yes, because his doctor decides to come and examine him before he gets to talk to anybody. His doctor's name, let's see, I have it here, Louis West. Louis West, it becomes known later, was working with the CIA in doing like mind control drugs and stuff.
What the world?
So yeah, that comes out later that he was doing MK Ultra, very interesting. If you think the U.S. government would never harm its citizens or do anything slightly demonic or weird,
Right.
go look into MK Ultra. I don't know. Have you looked into that at all?
Not MK Ultra. I don't know about that. There was something I was hearing about. I don't know if you ever heard of remote viewing. If you heard much about
they
that.
did. That was involved in MK Ultra.
Was that about the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, where they use like psychics to, they can basically come out of their body or something and like spiritual.
Go look at things across the world.
Basically,
And,
yes. Yeah, that stuff I heard about. I didn't hear about the mind reading part. But.
Yeah, so they do mind reading stuff. They would do, remote viewing. They were experimenting with like if they could create or have they were doing memory wiping stuff, like just take all your memories and basically implant new ones so that you're like a completely different person. They were experimenting with, this is on a government webpage. You can go to CIA.gov and it's in very tiny letters and you have to zoom in and it's excruciating and tough to do, but it's on there. Like they're like, yeah, we experimented with this stuff. Like they don't admit to crimes, of course,
right,
but like one of the things is they were thinking, hey, what if we can like have a singular word that just makes someone go crazy? So like it would be a trigger word,
Like a sleeper.
so you could, a sleeper person. They could be living a normal life, and then someone could say to them this word, and they would go like berserk because you just ingrain it way in the psychic of their mind or whatever.
What they were like testing or testing with it or
they were trying to make that happen, which we don't know if they were successful, but or how far they went in doing that.
That's a little.
But
sketchy.
so his doctor, as I was saying, his doctor walks in there, comes out of the jail, and says the guy's insane. He's like crazy. And Jack Ruby is crazy. He loses it, lost his mind.
What?
The doctor was the only guy that went in there. Jack Ruby's normal. I mean, as normal as a guy that shoots somebody else like the day before or whatever is.
Yeah.
But he comes out. The dude's insane, and he was insane, and he never talked to anybody.
Really? So he wanted to before the doctor went in, but then afterwards he didn't.
Yeah, because he went nuts.
What the like? Did he seem fine before?
Yes.
And-
and like it's documented that the Louis West doctor was with the CIA doing stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So that's one thing. And then I can't even say this guy's name, but Sam Giancana or something from Chicago Mob. He wanted to testify about his role in helping the CIA with an assassination. So
Really?
he told people like, I have this I want to come forward with this. I helped the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
Which, whether that was with JFK or somebody else,
Yeah,
who
yeah,
knows?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he's assassinated before it.
Oh my
Before he
goodness.
could come clean and talk to anybody, he's killed.
What?
I don't have the circumstances of his death,
Mm-hmm.
but I had it written down from one of my
Mm-hmm.
school reports. So
Do you know how he was assassinated
No,
or what
I
happened
don't.
to it?
I mean, that was a year or two ago that I would have researched that, so I
Okay.
can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I have a whole book or two. There's one like Blood, Money, and Power or something it's called.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is just page after page of people that knew about the JFK thing, had seen it, had evidence, had researched it, and they had some interesting ways that they died, kind of out of nowhere, heart
Mhm.
attacks, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't prove that. Most of them, you can't prove that there was anything weird,
Mm-hmm.
but they're all strange circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are some weird coincidences.
Yeah, and then to just get into like what we actually think happened, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There was rumors that JFK was gonna cut funding to the CIA and
Mhm.
whatever,
Yeah.
and that maybe that's why they took him out. I don't know. People think Lyndon B. Johnson was behind it. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe he
Mhm.
was.
Yeah.
It'd be really crazy to be a vice president and take out the president.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, JFK died terrible death, mysterious death. Narrative doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's just lots of things that don't add up. And LBJ goes on to continue fighting the Vietnam War.
Mhm.
Yeah. But anyways, that's JFK.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's a wrap on that.
A lot of weird coincidences.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Rain, take away 9/11.
yeah, so this one I'm kind of interested in. I'm interested in 9/11 like you're interested in JFK.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about JFK, so
I don't know much about the 9/11 stuff,
yeah.
so.
yeah, so official like kind of what happens. On September 11th, 2001, 4 passenger planes took off around 8 in the morning. These were American Airlines flights 11 and 77 and United Airlines flight 175 and 93. And then approximately like 30 minutes into the flight, the hijackers used box cutters.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was box cutters.
Yeah, box cutters that they snuck on the plane or brought on the plane. And threatened the flight crew and took control of the planes. And then at 8:46, flight 11 was the first plane to crash and it hit the North Tower. And then 15 minutes later, about 15 minutes later, 175 hit the South Tower. And then at 9:37, flight 77 flew into the west side. And then at 10:03, the passengers took control of flight 93, which was headed to hit the U.S. Capitol or in the direction of the Capitol. I think
Yeah.
it was either that or the White House.
Came down in Somerset County, Pennsylvania.
Yes,
Yeah.
Shanksville, PA.
Yep.
Somewhere around
Yeah.
there. I guess that's about the same area.
Yeah.
That's about, 3 hours from here?
Yeah, it's close to Pittsburgh. I was actually there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, there's not
Really?
much to look at. They have a cool memorial thing there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just a field. Like,
Okay. I wasn't sure if they had anything, like, set up.
I mean, there's like you can walk down this pathway. I think it has like the names of people that were on the flight, and
Okay.
but yeah, there's not much there. I mean, it is in just a small town, PA, whatever, out in farmland, kind of.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I figured it was.
yeah.
I didn't hear much. I haven't visited it yet. Maybe I should sometime. But
Yeah.
that would be fun. So yeah, unfortunately, 2,977 lives were lost total.
Oh,
So it's terrible tragedy. Probably one of the worst days in American history, I would say.
for sure.
But yeah, so kind of what I was looking into, I had listened to like a audio documentary on it.
Yeah.
And they were just going into kind of like everything that kind of led up to it. So to start, like CIA had no sources in Al Qaeda in Afghanistan
Okay.
to start. And so they were kind of looking at it. They're like, okay, we want some sources for to get into Al Qaeda.
Gotcha.
And so they found a guy. His name was Khalid Madar. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And he was a known terrorist affiliate. He was one of the future hijackers. And So the CIA sent some agents out, and they got him at a time because they were tracking him, like where he was. They could basically track his passport or something. And so the CIA agents went to his hotel when he was outside of Afghanistan.
Yep.
And like, so he wasn't in his hotel room. They went in and they were just looking, like kind of, researching him,
Yeah.
looking at what
Yep.
he's got because they were looking to recruit him. So they open up his passport, and this is the first time they ever had any contact with him. He had a visa issued to the U.S. out of the, I forget what it was called, the consulate, the American consulate out of Saudi Arabia.
Oh, how'd he get that?
So, right. How do you get
Yeah.
a visa to the U.S. if this is the first time they're looking at him?
Yeah, they should have known that.
I know. That's the thing. And so these agents sent that back to the CIA. They're like, hey, this guy's already got a visa. Why does he have this?
Yeah.
And I think they never really responded to those agents, I don't think.
Okay.
Or not that I found out.
Yeah.
And so the CIA eventually brings this guy in. I don't know exactly what happens between them finding out he has a visa and him actually coming to the U.S.
Yeah.
But they eventually bring him into the U.S. and I guess they find him like a place, like a apartment to stay in. And so, yeah, Khalid, he goes to the U.S. And he works with CIA to get some other agents in. And like some other basically sources in
Yeah.
Al-Qaeda
Yep.
or over in Afghanistan. And these guys were also other hijackers as well.
Okay.
And which, yeah, they end up being, which was really weird. Like they're bringing all these guys over. These guys also had visas then as well.
Yep.
And so the FBI is like, all right, we're going to watch these guys while they're in America. And so they put FBI agents on them
Yep.
while they go into the airport and basically get on the planes
Wow.
to like before they
Yeah.
hijacked that. So that was weird that they had FBI agents like
They're trailing them.
trailing him as well.
Still didn't do
I know,
anything.
like, come on, FBI, what you doing, bro?
Yeah, man. Common FBI L.
I know, right? Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
And then, so during this time, someone files CIR. I don't know if you know what that is.
Sounds familiar, but I don't.
Yeah, it's a collection information
Oh,
repository,
yeah. Yep.
which is what the FBI uses kind of to track transactions, I think,
Okay.
in the government. And it was later proven that Khalid was receiving payments from the wife of a head terrorist group over in the Middle East for some reason,
Cute.
which they didn't apparently realize until afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, you think they would be watching that?
You would think.
All right.
If you're monitoring this guy, you should know where he's getting money from.
I know, right?
You should know. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So, which, yeah, it was a little weird. That part was weird too. And then, yeah, so they crashed the planes, and the Bush administration does not want to investigate it for some reason.
Okay.
Like, they're just refusing to investigate. So, Congress at the time finally, I think, gets something passed that they have to fund an investigation.
Yep.
The government has to fund,
Yep.
which Bush administration reluctantly does. And they only approve it for about $3 million, like for the investigation.
Which the government likes to give out money. So
I
that's
know,
saying
like-
something. Only $3 million is yeah, pretty slim.
That's pocket change for them.
Yeah.
And for reference, I don't know if you know who Monica Lewinsky is.
Sounds familiar again, but
She was the one that was alleged to be involved with Bill Clinton.
Oh, yeah,
1995,
yeah.
1997, having an affair or something.
yeah, Bill's
And
crazy.
yeah, it was a little, that situation was a little
Yeah.
weird. But when they funded that investigation, they gave them $30 million to do that.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that's a lot more.
it's
And
10 times more for
Yeah.
something where no one died.
yep.
It's just a scandal, basically,
Wow.
which is what it was. And they gave them 10 times more the funding
That's
for that.
eye opening.
And I know that's one thing I was looking at, like, really? You got
that makes
plenty
you
of
ask
more.
questions for sure.
The Bush administration really handled it poorly during
Yeah.
that. There were speculations that They were doing it to gain support for a war in Afghanistan, which not really confirmed anything about that. This is just like speculation. But he did go from about a 51% approval rating, to about 92 until right after that, which probably could have contributed to the support for the war in Afghanistan. So that's kind of some of the weird circumstances to it. There are other theories, like the passport. I don't know if you ever heard of the passport that was found outside.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is a passport of one of the hijackers. But like the whole plane just exploded into
it was found in, I forget
a
where.
million pieces. Yeah,
I think they found it a little bit down from the Twin Towers, or from the World Trade Center, and it was basically in decent condition.
Yeah, it's weird. Like with even the guy with that burned the Cybertruck in front of the Trump Hotel a few years ago.
I heard about that.
They found his passport too, and I was like, the truck is like a melted hunk of metal,
right?
And they're like, his passport's intact. Look, I was like,
it's fine.
What are they making passports out of? Like, if that's true,
right?
They must be indestructible. Like,
let me go
cover yourself in passports, guys. I don't know, man.
Fireproof
it's
armor.
Weird. Yeah.
Like, yo, yeah, that is weird. Like how that keeps happening, where they just happen to find it. Which that one was really suspicious because I don't know, unless they threw it out the plane or something.
Yeah, but it's a commercial airliner. You can't really throw stuff.
I know, right? Unless you open the door. But
yeah.
So that was kind of weird. There were reports of hearing explosions. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, inside the towers, right?
Yeah, like buildings nearby where some people did report that they heard like explosions going off. That was not included in the commission report from the police.
Okay. Yeah.
That was just personal reports, which you'd think that might be kind of important as well.
Yeah.
And so there are also arguments that so steel burns at 2,500.
Yeah.
And the jet fuel burns at 1,500, I think. Which people are like,
or it melts or whatever.
It melts. So the steel melts at 2,500, but it still loses integrity at 1,500. Like if you heat it up, it's going to be glowing red hot. Yeah. So that argument kind of goes out the window.
Because it's the integrity of it. It's gonna, and also a plane hit the building or whatever. Like we see planes flying into it. So and like people are like, a building has never, which maybe you have World Trade Center 7 in your notes. Are you familiar with the building 7? It was like I don't know how big of a building, the 20-story building that collapsed.
Right next to it.
Right next to it.
Yeah, I think I did hear about that. I didn't have that in my notes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so that's always been a weird one. That's probably, for me, that's probably one of the top things that makes it a little fishy. Because it's your typical, medium-sized, high-rise, whatever. And it's Trade Center 7, and it catches on fire during the whole thing. And it burned for a long time. It might not have been a full day, but a good amount of hours at least. Burns, it looked bad, like flames coming out of windows everywhere. But the whole building collapses straight down.
What the?
From just a normal fire.
Just from a fire.
From a structure fire.
What?
Which that's with the Twin Towers. I always say that, well, like planes haven't just hit buildings before. Like everyone's like, well, the fire wouldn't have whatever. But like a legit commercial airliner hitting a building does lots of things to the building. Like they're not built to like survive that.
Right.
No one's like, okay, so if a plane would hit this at this miles an hour, will it be okay? No.
Well, the interesting thing is the Twin Towers were actually built to withstand. The engineers who built it, they built them to withstand a 737.
Oh,
which is,
I guess, because they're close to airport too.
And they're pretty high up. Oh, yeah. So they were built to withstand a 737, but the 737 was only about half of the 757 and the 767, which were the two that hit the towers. So the sorry, back up. Not 737, 707.
Oh, yeah.
The 707, which is smaller. It has a maximum weight about like 187,000 pounds. And the 57 and the 67 Both have about a maximum weight of like 250,000 to about 300,000.
Yeah.
So it's a significantly more, but
Yeah, that makes some sense, especially a tall building and
Mm-hmm.
you're near an airport. That would make sense. That they
yeah, right.
Yeah, think of that.
Yeah, that they would engineer it to
Yeah,
withstand it.
actually.
But still, like, even having a little bit more weight, like that much more weight to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so World Trade Center 7 just crumbles straight down, and people are like, that didn't get hit by a plane. Like, why
Right.
did that fall? And that is, I think, even just like well-respected people that aren't conspiracy theorists and people don't deem them crazy. They're like, why did that building fall? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, that didn't make sense.
Yeah. What do you think of the Pentagon, the plane that hit the Pentagon?
That one was a little interesting too. I kind of looked at photos of it, and there were people saying like, "Oh, there was no debris around." I don't know.
Well,
I mean, not that there wasn't no debris.
Yeah.
Which it didn't look like that. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like some people were saying that, and I'm like, all
I
right,
don't know.
whatever.
Yeah.
That one was a little weird too. Apparently, the pilot had to do some weird tricks to get in at that angle.
And even so, on that angle, and the building, the Pentagon's not that tall.
Right.
That's the
it's
big thing.
flat.
So the hijackers were trained on Cessnas, I think, small planes. I mean, with the knowledge of how to fly a small plane, you can probably fly a bigger plane. But to fly it at basically ground level without crashing before you hit the
Right.
building. So this guy, they say flew this thing basically ground level into it. I think it's only a 5-story building or something, the Pentagon. I don't think it's that
pretty
tall.
sure. Yeah.
And yeah, somehow fit this massive jetliner down there. And there's like we always see the one grainy photo of like the checkpoint that like you see it in one frame, the plane going into the building. And I'm like, you can't even tell, like, I guess it's a plane. I don't know.
Right.
And I don't know. It just feels like the random Afghan or Saudi. I guess they were Saudi guys.
Yeah, Saudi Afghan.
Yeah. So this Saudi guy just flies this plane. Like, I don't think he could be that skilled. I don't think almost anybody could be that skilled.
Yeah.
To hit a building that size, and you have to hit it you have to level out before you hit it too. It's not like you're just flying straight down into it even.
Right.
Like, I don't know. That feels highly unlikely. And it feels like we don't have many pictures of that I've seen. Videos of it hitting. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. We didn't see many like photos of it. I guess they didn't have many like security cameras back then either.
Not as much. But it's the Pentagon
Right.
though, range.
Which they probably did, but they just didn't.
Yeah.
Release
Didn't feel like
like-
releasing. I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Which it is kind of weird. I forget what it was called. I think I have it written down here. Shoot. It was a government organization, NORAD, I think.
NORAD, yep.
NORAD is what
Yep.
it's called.
Northern Oceanic Regional Air Defense. I
Air
think.
defense. Yeah, something like that. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were confirmed reports that they were running hijack simulations into tall skyscrapers, like within the couple months before these attacks.
I feel like with a lot of these conspiracy theory stuff, that is like a trend though that we see. Like I don't know how you verify stuff like that,
Right.
but also like there's a lot of things with SWAT teams. Like SWAT teams are running some kind of weird
Right.
scenario like a week before, and you're like, well, okay, it's such a strange coincidence.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, is it just coincidence? Maybe they're just testing or just figuring out how to counter it.
Yeah.
If that does happen, which it could have been that. But,
Maybe.
you know,
it's
Must-
still it's still a little weird.
yeah, simulation where they training these pilots. I don't know. That
Yeah.
was speculation. But there was about an hour time between when they got hijacked and when they actually crashed.
Yeah.
Or about half hour to an hour between
Yeah.
each. Did they even try to send like fighter jets or anything to?
So yeah, that's interesting. If you want a good documentary, Rain, and those who are listening or watching on YouTube, One Day in America is actually the best documentary series I've seen on 9/11. It's not conspiratorial, but it's a lot of eyewitness stuff and all kinds of video from that day. And so they go through it by the minute. They have the chief fireman from New York, and so a weird thing about this documentary, they had a film crew following the fire chief that day.
What? Like already?
Yes.
What?
Like that's how we get one of the first tower.
Oh yeah.
Is because he's with a fire crew, and they're checking a gas leak.
Yeah.
And the dude just pans up because he hears airplane noises.
Yeah.
And you see it hit the building. And I'm like, it makes the documentary great, like because he was there. The camera crew followed him into the building and with all this stuff, and it's great documentary. But I'm also like, wow, what are the chances that they're filming a documentary for the fire chief that day or whatever?
Right. Is that just chance or coincidence, or is that like?
Yeah, I mean, it could be chance, but it's also strange. Like, okay, that's a little different there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you would facilitate all that too without all kinds of people knowing, but hey, maybe you could. I don't really know.
Yeah, I'd seen that clip too. I think that was like one of the first clips that you see. Or one of the only clips, I think, for the first one. For the first tower, yeah.
Right.
And I always didn't understand, like, man, what are the chances
that someone was filming
that he was filming that? Yeah. But I actually didn't know that he was doing a documentary. That was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. Great documentary, One Day in America. I think it came out just 5 years ago or something. 9/11 has always been something that I've been interested in. Not just conspiracies or whatever, but just for the tragedy, the big event that it was.
Yeah.
And I've always been interested in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Terrible day. But
Yeah. Is that all you got for 9/11?
That's about all I have. Not much else, but.
Okay. So I think going from JFK, 9/11, we're just going to like breeze over a few random conspiracy theories that we're not going to get into too much. But I think a recent one that we want to hit for sure is Epstein.
Epstein, yeah, 100%.
Epstein is the one I believe more, I think, than JFK. Like when this whole story dropped, I'm just going to give you my take on it. So you arrest a guy, Jeffrey Epstein, for sex trafficking. Or sex trafficking, yeah. And so he's put in jail, awaiting trial, whatever. And he commits suicide, they say. And then they come out and say, well, like we have no evidence of anybody he trafficked to. So then there means that that has to mean that there's no evidence that he trafficked.
Right.
If there's no one buying product, there's no one selling
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't sell a product without a buyer. And product's a terrible word because it's people and they were getting harmed. But that's how it works. Like, you can't be a sex trafficker without having trafficked people to buyers. And so they come out, there's no evidence. And and then Trump and everyone, Kash Patel even, he's like, we're going to get the Epstein list out. That's going to be what we do day one. And Pam Bondi says it's on my desk. The list is on my desk.
Right.
And then it comes out there is no list.
There's no files.
There's no, we're not even investigating anymore. Then they're finally like, oh, actually there is files. Because everyone was like, but you said
you just said one person saying this, and then Pam Bondi says, oh no, there's none. But
he's so bad. It's such a failure. Be better at doing at covering stuff up. I don't know. But they're like, yeah, okay, well, we actually have a whole list of stuff. And then I guess they did release a bunch of it.
Yeah, they released quite a bit. They blocked out a lot, or blacked out a lot.
Redacted a ton of it.
Yeah. But did you see what some people figured out you could do? You could copy the blacked out part, and then paste it in a Word file, and it would remove the black box.
No way.
So basically, all someone did is they just took a black box and highlighted it, or just moved it over top, so there was still text behind it. But you could still copy it all and paste it into a Word doc. not
That's
all
a
of that.
workaround.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not like all of that you could do it with, but they figure out some of it. So either the people that did that were extremely dumb, or they're trying to get something out. So it's either one of those.
Wow.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it made no sense to me. And also, like, him dying. So he's in solitary confinement on suicide watch in a
Yep.
prison that it's supposed to be impossible to commit suicide, and he does. Apparently, that's what they
Somehow.
say. He hangs himself, and then they like, here's the video.
Here's the video
We'll show
footage.
you guys the video of him killing himself, or that we were not doing anything. And then it's like outside of his cell. It's not even inside of his cell.
Right, and I don't think his cell door's even in the
Yeah, it's
in the
a
frame.
weird angle. And then it just cuts out for a minute too.
Yeah,
Like,
a whole minute disappears.
people are like, why is there a minute gone? Well, see,
There's
the
no-
system is old, and it does
And
the.
So it like takes a minute to reset, and it deletes a little bit of footage. And don't worry, there was no deleted footage.
Yes,
So.
it's so terrible. Like, no one believes this stuff. Just be clear with us, please.
Exactly.
And yeah, okay. They release everything, they redact it. Oh, and also like the evidence that they claim they have. They have thousands of documents and videos and whatever. And they're like, and all the videos and pictures, or they had said this. I don't think they say this anymore, but they had said all of it is like child pornography or stuff.
Yeah, that's basically what they claimed. It was
Yeah.
all like of
They're
victims.
like, we can't release anything because it's just all of the victims. And I'm like, okay, so no one's being harmed in these videos and pictures? It's just victims? It's just
Right.
like there's no one
Right.
no one guilty in these things at all?
Right. Apparently not.
Apparently not. That's what they would say. It's a cover up, and I don't know who they're covering for, and I don't know what all happened, but it's poorly done, or maybe they're just failing at communicating that bad.
It could, yeah.
But that's very hard to do. Impossible, I would say.
Yeah, I don't think Trump like would be that implicated in it.
No,
like,
I don't think so either.
because they would have like I don't know. You probably heard that. Like they would have put something out about it.
Yeah, Biden had the documents for years and didn't do anything because, I mean, if he wanted to win that election so bad, the left wanted to win that election so bad, they shot at Trump and whatever else. They tried to throw him in jail for 96 years or something on charges that he was whatever.
Yeah.
I forget what all the charges were, but
Yeah, a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you think if they had stuff on Trump that he was with Epstein doing bad stuff, that they wouldn't have released it? Of course they would have.
absolutely.
But I think there must just be that many big names, Rain, and that many people in charge that have money and whatever, and whoever's in the background doing stuff that they're just like, no, it's impossible. It would wreck the economy, possibly. It would wreck our political sphere. Like you see, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
you say politicians or even of our elite class of business people. If it's just a small percentage, it's still going to disrupt a lot of stuff. It's going to cause some riots, some crazy, whatever. The stock market's going to crash. So I think whoever has the list is just like, hey, it's too risky. It's going to cause way too many issues.
Yeah, and you keep seeing instances of people that die, and then it comes out that they were with Epstein or had something to do with it. Like,
yeah, he doesn't have to worry about it.
I know,
anymore.
right? No, there's no effects of it now, so now we can release it. Like, that's kind of what I was thinking. There are a lot of people implicated in it, and so they're obviously like high elite level people.
Yeah.
And so they wait until they die, and or something like that.
Yeah,
to do anything.
it's weird. And then, I mean, the good old fashioned one that everyone goes to, the moon landing. What do you think, Rain?
There's a lot of stuff. Personally, my first instinct would say it's fake.
Yeah,
Kind of what I would. tell.
I've become more and more that way just recently.
Yeah, I would always hear people in school be like, "Oh, it's fake" and whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. You're just saying that." And now I'm looking into it. I'm like, you know what? There might be some truth to that. Like,
Yeah, and I haven't even looked into it that much. My thing is like the last time that they claimed that we were actually on the moon was in the 70s. The
right.
70s. That was 50, almost 60 years ago.
70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, about almost 60. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're supposed to believe that we went to the moon in the 70s and haven't been able to get back since. And that they live streamed it too.
Right.
Like the whole world
You could
watched
live-
it.
oh.
How did we have the tech to do that? The moon is I don't know how many thousand miles. I don't know off the top of my head. How many thousand?
273 or 290 something. I think it's
I think
273.
yeah, you're in the right ballpark there. It's so many thousand miles away, and they just had some kind of wireless film.
Right.
Unless they had like crazy advanced tech that they didn't let us know about, which the government does probably have some of that.
Oh, I believe that, yeah.
But still, they're live streaming this to the world, and audio and video. They have multiple camera angles.
Right. The president picks up his landline and talks to the
Yes, he
astronaut.
does. Exactly. Like, how does that work?
And what, they can't go back to it or anything?
Yeah.
There was, I don't know if you've seen the report or the video of the astronauts. I probably sent it to you.
The Artemis guys.
Yeah. He's like, there's going to be a full minute that we're going to be in space going around the Earth. And, we might land back, but we might go to the moon. And there's going to be a full minute that we don't have any connection, like any service at all. And I'm like, sure, buddy.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. I was like, that's my biggest two things. I'm like, it's been 50 or 60 years, and we live streamed it. Like, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't know how you even live stream, like maybe today with all of our satellites and with all the crazy stuff. But in the 70s, and they'd like to brag, we went to the moon with less tech than is on your smartphone and whatever. They like to say that, and I'm like, I don't know that we did. I mean, it might have been an elite propaganda thing. You're competing with Russia. Everyone's like, dude, America's awesome. We went to the moon, dude.
Right. The I think it was someone, I forget who it was. He gave the Dutch prime minister a supposed moon rock.
Okay.
And like a little bit later, a couple years later, it turned out it was just a piece of driftwood that he gave him. And it wasn't even a real rock. And so the Dutch prime minister's like, it went to the American embassy. He's like, yo, what's up with this? Like, what's up with my rock? And they're like, we'll do an investigation into it. This is weird. They had no answer for it, basically. And basically, like, you couldn't have given him a real rock if it was real, but now you had to give him a piece of driftwood or something.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, maybe we did, and maybe we were just like that, built different back then. But yeah, I that's what, like with the Artemis thing, I really hope we do go to the moon. So that, and if we do, I'll be like, okay, it's possible, and maybe we did it.
Right.
If we get to the moon in the next 10 years, I'll be like, all right, that's awesome. I'm glad that it's possible, and maybe we did it 60 years ago.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm like, you haven't proven that you could do it in the last 40 years. So that's where I stand.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. Like, there's just too many weird coincidences that, like, they lose the technology or something. Like, really?
Yeah.
Unless it was all on paper or something. But
I don't.
It just doesn't make sense. There's people saying, so I don't know how true this is. It's just speculation. But like the bottom of it, I think it was Neil Armstrong's shoe.
The tread's different.
Yeah, the tread was different.
I did see that.
And like the flag was waving, which
there's no wind.
There's no wind. I don't know how realistic that is, but it's just a bunch of weird coincidences.
Yeah, it's strange, and like they must have had, I don't know, I guess there's Sirius light up there on the it would be on the sun side of the moon. I guess it's lit, so they would have been able to film stuff. Yeah, in theory. But yeah, strange. I don't know. I don't know if I buy that. You have any other conspiracy theories that you want to?
I do. So this is kind of just a fun one. Not like I really believe it. Some people really strongly believe. I know where you're going. Some people really strongly believe, but some people believe that Michelle Obama is a man. There's a lot of weird coincidences. Like there's multiple videos of Barack Obama calling him Mike or calling her Michael. On video, which, Michelle, Michael, maybe close.
Yeah, maybe you get them mixed up. It is your wife, though.
Yeah.
I guess.
Right, it is your wife. How do you get your wife's name mixed up? There was allegedly, he had a friend in college named Michael. Which I don't know how true that was. Don't take that take it with a grain of salt. But then there was a letter that got exposed from him. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yes, that he fantasizes about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, quote, I make love to men daily, but only only in my head, unquote.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say for a very straight person that's married to a woman.
Right. It's very weird. And she said in I think it was a podcast.
Yeah.
She was talking to, I guess, like a black dude. And so she said, quote, I am so proud how you are dealing with being a role model to a trans child, and that warms my heart, particularly as a black man, unquote.
Yeah.
So,
Which it might have been taken out of context, but it still sounded
Right.
really weird.
right. It's just very weird wording. Maybe she
Yeah.
was saying, like, as a black man to a trans
to
father.
him, yeah, like referring to him, but like the way she said it was kind of in the personal sense or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
as a black man, this is what I feel like.
Exactly, right. So it could be weird, or, she's trying to say something. But it's just a bunch of weird
Yeah, it's one of the
coincidences.
weirder conspiracy theories
Yeah.
out there, honestly.
Yeah, which, just a fun.
Yeah,
interesting
it's
one.
kind of fun to just mess with. But yeah, is that all?
I think that's all I got.
That's all I got, really. I mean, I'm trying to think of any other ones we could hit briefly, but nothing's coming to mind, really.
Not really, no. I'm sure there's gonna be some I think of later.
There's Charlie Kirk had a quote that he was like, "You just learn to question everything." Like, and he had learned through the previous years of COVID. COVID's one that just we could get into a little bit,
Yeah.
but I mean, they said it was bats. They said it was all these things.
Yeah.
And the people that claimed it was a lab were deemed conspiracy theorists and nut jobs. And it came out recently. It was a lab. China made it,
Yeah.
and it leaked.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so there's the old saying, like, conspiracy theories are just, or conspiracy theorists are just right, but like 6 months early or whatever.
Right.
It just takes 6 months for them to be right.
Yeah. I think I heard that quote.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that one is really weird. COVID one.
Yeah.
I think it was, I forget if it was Pfizer or someone that was messing or creating, what's it called? It's like an evolving virus. I forget what it's called.
mRNA or whatever.
No, not that. It's a virus, but its side effects can mutate and basically can gain a function. That's what it's called.
Gain of function stuff.
Yeah.
Which
Which,
that's another thing.
if you know, I don't know if you know much about.
I know some, gain of function.
Yeah.
That's just something that we should not be messing with.
No.
Frankly.
Yeah. It's basically, for those who don't know, it's basically you create a virus that can basically get worse and it can gain functions.
Yeah.
Is what it means, or gain side effects. So you could start with a cold.
Yeah.
And then they could mutate it into.
So yeah, the government likes for fun, and on taxpayers' monies, guys, to just take a disease and see how bad it can get. So they'll mess around with it and be like, okay, so let's see. Oh, let's see if this could like make your legs stop working or whatever. And they mess around with it and they do. Oh wow, that would be that's cool. I guess it's cool to them. Like, you're playing God, and it must feel good, but just hope that the COVID-19 doesn't happen like it happened for China.
Yeah.
And there's stuff in labs that would be way worse.
Oh,
that like
100%.
is immune to all kinds of stuff. Like, let's make it immune to this medicine and this medicine just to see. It's like, it works. You can do that, but we shouldn't. We should not do that.
Yeah. Right. All right.
It's crazy.
It's scary stuff that they're messing with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have much else.
Yeah, I'm pretty much wrapped up here. Thanks for watching, guys, or listening. You can go check out the YouTube channel, TR Talks 4. We are also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So this is the 3rd episode. We have a few more planned over the next probably 2 months or so. We'll keep this going. I think Big Mike will be back for one. We have to do an AI episode at least. Run it back with the original episode that we did way back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be fun. Looking forward to the next few months of that. And thanks for watching, guys. And make sure you follow us and hit the like and subscribe buttons on YouTube.
100%.
Thank you, and we'll see you.